Right off the tip of the tongue.
Like straight up, man. Just even going along these lines, there's no such thing as a status quo in comic books. There's no such thing as a status quo. How many times has a comic book character died? How many funerals have there been for Superman? How many funerals have there been for Captain America?
Yep.
Or, how many times have you seen Peter Parker fly, or not fly, but web sling into the burning building and not make it back out, right? The superior,
right?
the superior Spider-Man happened. You know what I'm saying? It happened, and then
it did.
It got retconned.
Jim Gordon Batman happened.
Get the fuck out of here, dog. Like, prime example, right? The Killing Joke has been acknowledged as one of the landmark Batman comic book series, right? Like,
right.
Off the top of my head, I think the most popular Batman comic books got to be The Long Halloween, which was a damn good book. The Killing Joke, Dark Knight Rises. I don't know too many other ones, right? And Nightfall.
Batman Hush, Nightfall.
Oh yeah, But Barbara Gordon kind of getting violated and getting crippled in that comic book was a big deal for that time. But now Barbara Gordon is up and walking again as Batgirl, with that being something that was established as her backstory at this point in time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'm not gonna say it doesn't mean anything, but it really doesn't mean anything if these events that happen for these characters eventually get put into current continuity to where it's just something to look back on, like, yeah, that's something that happened.
Oh, right? Man. Yep.
Hey, if Barbara Gordon goes from being Barbara Gordon to Batgirl to Oracle back to being Batgirl, what the fuck was the point in the Killing Joke?
Oh man, you ain't telling no lies, dude.
What was the point? If we gonna put, like, that's literally like hitting a grand slam home run, and then the umpire, then the umpire tells you, nah, it doesn't count. It was only a triple, and only one run actually counts.
Oh, jeez, dude. I mean, Marvel does it too. Cap died. Bucky took over. Okay, Cap came back. Bucky went back to Winter Soldier. Cap got the super soldier serum removed from him, became an old man. Sam took the mantle of Captain America. Steve Rogers got his youth and powers back from the Cosmic Cube, became Captain America again. Sam Wilson went back to being the Falcon. This was all in the span of 2 years. 2 years. I mean, all of these things just have a time limit, like you said. None of this, to this day, Terry McGinnis' Batman Beyond is still not officially canon. Because they haven't gotten to that timeline. And they're still teasing that it's not even the real timeline, because Future State is a supposed 20 years in the future. And there is no Future State Batman Beyond. You know what I mean? Like, the odd, to tell you, number one's gonna sell like hotcakes. Number one's gonna, break some, might break some records, may not. Number one's of anything is gonna be a hotcake. This one's gonna be a hotcake. I think it's 4 issues. Every issue will be a drop off. Yep. And if he is successful, I'll give him a 10-issue run after it, before the gimmick kind of wears off and people move on to the next thing. I give him 10 if he's successful. If he's like 1 through 4 sells exceptionally well, and DC's like, shit, we can make some more money out of it, I give him a short run, and no longer than a year after DC Future State's over. And that's and you still have Nightwing. Nightwing's still in the universe, and it's like, why ain't Dick the damn Bat?
Jason,
yeah. Nah, he ain't giving up. Jay, I can see Bruce be like, nah, you ain't getting that.
But,
You
but,
gotta trust
but
Lucius
like
Fox
just
Kid
to,
over Jason Todd.
right. But just to even kind of further the point that I wanted to make there, like
Uh,
at this point in time, like I don't consider myself to be a seasoned comic book. I've read the comic books that appeal to me the most, right?
uh,
One of my favorite comic book series ever was 100 Bullets. I don't know if you've ever read that book before. Oh man, and I don't want to mess up the writer's name, so I'm not even gonna try to attempt to say it. 100 Bullets was a crime novella comic book series that literally was 100 issues over the course of 10 years, right? It was
damn,
one of
I only played the game.
oh shit. It was it was one of the DC Vertigo series. But the thing that I enjoyed about 100 Bullets, and I still haven't read the entire 100 issues, is that everything that happened in that series of books stuck. The intention behind that series was to where everything that happened counted. If you read it on page, it could not be reversed or retconned, right?
Right.
Our signature series that we point to, whether it be a Batman Nightfall or a Superman Doomsday or even a Doomsday Clock. I hate to say it, but a Watchman. At this point in time, there's no safety on any of that anymore. These things that are meant to be significant or things that are meant to really mean something, they only meant something within when they actually happened, right?
Yeah. Right.
How many
Right.
times, how, how many times, again, back to what I said at the top of this little B roll that we got going here. How many times have you seen something that happened, you know, Old Man Logan, for example? Whenever that initial comic book was actually written, the intention of it was for us to see how the end of Wolverine's life was going to look, right?
Right.
But how the fuck do we have an Old Man Logan series of comic books that run separate from a mainline X-Men comic book? To where
Mm.
now it's an alternate universe instead of us being meant to believe this is how it actually ends.
Not only that, but literally when Wolverine died, going into the future and snagging Old Man Logan, putting him in the present day timeline, and him interacting with present day X Men. But I
How did we
digress.
get
Go
there?
ahead, man.
No, but like, how did we get to that point though? You see what I'm saying? How did we
Yeah.
get to that point? And that, like, oh man, I'm very happy that we can bring that up and get into my next topic that I wanted to kind of pose to you here, right?